morning. I am back from my vacation, and amazingly, quite a number of things in my garden are still alive. I still got an asparagus. Now my kale and bok choy are starting to get eaten. The bugs have found them, and some are going to seed. The lilies look beautiful. Flowers up here. The Shasta daisies are huge. This is up to my boob. And then we've got the Jerusalem artichoke. This is already up to it's past my head. These guys need water. My one lettuce is still doing just dandy. Unfortunately, I had a bunch of cucumber in here. They've all gotten eaten, and this weed has taken over. And there's one cucumber left, and my basil's also gone. Shasta daisies, my beautiful flowers. Look like that one's about to flower. This is still holding on. This is an evil, evil plant. I can't believe this is alive. This had no water to it. These are some tomatoes and a cilantro and peppers that I just put in right before I left. Ooh, they've got a bird. Oh my goodness. And look at my peach tree. It is crazy. I think it's done. I think these are done. Almost. So many peaches. Oh my gracious. So many peaches. And then over here, my apple tree. Look at this apple. It is totally fallen. It's the main branch. That's one main branch. This is the other main branch. It's completely fallen. Look how many apples are on this tree. Look at that. It's pretty impressive. It hasn't split, so that's awesome. But this whole thing is quite heavy. Quite heavy. Quite heavy. More nectarines. Let's see if I can get myself in here. I'm gonna go in here. Watch where I'm going. Okay, I'm in. Alright, we've got the nectarines. They're all just falling. Can't support their own weight. Crazy, crazy. And then over here, I've got elderberries going. And these are about to start falling. Look, the Shasta daisies over here are almost past the fence. And this side also had no water. I'm so thrilled that this is all still alive. That's my vine. These are tomatillos someone gave me right before I left. Can't believe they're still alive. And more tomatoes. So look at these. This is my new, get out of here. Then a little, okay, this is elderberry. This is a giant elderberry bush. You can see it's taller than the house. And it's about to fall. I'm about to lose my pathway. But these are beautiful berries. And they are really good for you. Really, really good for you. None of them have turned yet. They're all still working on it. See if I see any that have turned. But there's the elder. It flowers first, so it's a beautiful white bush. And then it does berries. So that's the start. They become blackberries. And that's the front yard. I'm gonna do another video for the backyard. This is pear. I don't have a lot of pears on this tree. Look at that one all the way up there. Haha. And there's some over here. Yep. And there's some more. Over here, I've got my little section of zucchinis and peppers. They're looking good. I'm surprised they're not more grown, but I think there was a water shortage. These technically did have water to them, but I had a water problem while I was gone, so I think these might have gotten affected. And some dill. Looks like the dill is not happy there. I think that one is maybe a winter crop. I didn't think it was, but maybe it is. All right, and then over here, I've got a sunflower. And then we've got some more. I put like 200 seeds of sunflower down, And it always grows here. So this is not the seeds that I put down. This is self-rooting sunflowers. These become really tall. I love them. And then over here, the center section between the houses, the lilies and what are these called? Irises are done. But look, this one's starting. How beautiful. Right now I'm going to the back. Okay, this is the backyard. Everything in pots is still going. This, I had low hopes for this, and look, it's all still alive. That's amazing. Fantastic. 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 All right. Over here, I also had low hopes for these. These were babies. And look, the hollyhocks are going. The lupine, unfortunately, did die. And the bachelor button died. And there was one over here. That was 4. And the delphinium. Look, that one grew. It's fantastic. So I've got 2 that went. Lavender is still tied up. Looking okay. Not too happy, but that's all right. And the rosemary is still crazy. This is fully bloomed. Look at that. Fully bloomed. So pretty. All right. And let's see here. What else? We've got, let's go with this section first. Another sunflower. This is my favorite rose. It's the most thorny rose I own, but I love it. Look at that. Beautiful. Now I did a major trim of my roses before I left. Maybe it was too much for summer, but this one's regrowing. I'm a little surprised that I don't have a bunch of blooms right now. So hopefully these will recover. There is my sweet potato. I also had low hopes that this would grow, and it looks like it's staying alive, so that's awesome. The blueberries are not doing anything. This is what they looked like last year. Not doing too much this year either. The lavender has been pushed over by the fig. That fig is, I don't know, 15 feet tall. And let's see here, this one, let's go over here. Let's look at this. Wow, I've pulled so much of this. This is sweet pea, and it still is holding on. And these are 5 o'clocks. Beautiful flower, but they're really quite large, and I don't need them taking over this area. Let's see, this little pears. The pears are working on it. This pear, I never trimmed the pear trees last year, so they are rather tall. This one is falling. There's so many on this limb, this branch. So many. Very cool. And over here, we never got around to it before I left, but now it looks probably, there's a hole here, so we'll use it. There is a bunch of carrots that went to seed, and this is also my potato bed. So there's a bunch of potatoes in there. So we have to deal with the carrots. Okay, then over here, this bush just will not grow. I trimmed it. Oh, look at that snail. Do you see it? Oh, I hate those things. Come back and get that in a moment. All right, let's go over here. This is jasmine, oregano, calla lily. Oh, look, my raspberries are still going strong, even though they haven't been picked in 10 days. Oh, my poor raspberries. They look sad. Oh, look how sad they look. They're like, I'm here, pick me. Okay, then over here, oh my goodness, we have more. This is seeded parsley and calendula. This is some plantain. This is purple kale with some broccoli mixed in. There's a broccoli mixed into that. Pick it, forgot to pick it. And we've got an elephant garlic here that went to seed. Ooh, some bugs really took care of this, didn't they? Look at the bugs on this guy. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Wow. That's organic gardening, y'all. If you don't pay attention, the bugs will take over. So you get to choose pesticides or bugs. All right. This is onion over here. That was carrot. All right. And then this is borage. It's a lovely weed, but it's also a friendly pollinator. So keep some of it. It's very good for you. Nectarine. That's the fig, nectarine, climbing rose. Look how huge that is. It's beautiful. And then we got the pears. You see them? And then over here we've got, I always forget what this is called. Cherry tree. And it is about done. So it's the first one to produce. And the black ones are the ones that are done and edible. And they're delicious. They stain, so just be careful. You want to not touch too much after you eat a bunch of them. But this is a very strong bush. And let's come back over here. Oh no, the weeds have taken over, and let's see here. They're supposed to be a bunch of tomatoes. The tomatoes are not doing too hot. The peppers are also not doing too hot. The dill took off. There are some green beans in here, and the cucumbers are not taking off. But you can see that the borage is taking off. The borage is the weeds in there. This is the rest of the spinach that I didn't take out. So that has dried itself. We'll take those out. This is patty pan. That's another carrot. We need to take the carrots out. Some green beans. Patty pan. Patty pan is doing well. There is a purple kale that got out. All right, let's go over here. Oh my goodness. Look at this. All right, let's go over here. Another borage has put itself over here. This is my iris bed. I put them in late, so we'll just see what happens next year. Oh, we got a little runaway raspberry. We have to take that up. Oh, look at this. This is a Chinese kale, and it's putting out, looks like broccoli, but that's not broccoli. I know this is Chinese kale. So that's going to seed. I pulled one of my giant beets. Giant beet. So this is the seeds. It's dried. How nice. How nice, how nice. I have a bunch of beet seeds now. This is bok choy or broccoli. This is another beet. All right, let's go over here. I'm letting this take over. This is going to be my, I know it looks like I have a lot of weeds, but I haven't been here for 10 days. But I'm letting this one take over. It's also pollinator friendly, and it's low, and I can step on it, and it comes right back because it's a weed, but it's great. This is the start of a 5 o'clock, and if it stayed that size, I would be perfectly content. Unfortunately, it gets like 10 times that size, along with borage. So I will likely be pulling the 5 o'clocks. They're beautiful, but not there. Let's see, over here, that's another 5 o'clock. That is a 5 o'clock. This is where I want my vine to be, and my vines are not taking off. Looks like the blackberries have, some of the blackberries are ready to pick. Look at that. Blackberries are ready to pick. This is another tomatillo. I did not think this would survive, and it did. That's amazing. And this is a little tomato that is not surviving, but